Auzubillahiminashaitanirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, students. How are you all? Hope you all are in good health and you are uh, enjoying your virtual classes and you are keeping your health in a safe side. Will be, inshallah, you are staying at home, as I told you in previous meetings, that stay home, stay safe, and inshallah Allah will also keep us safe and healthy. So today we are going to start our sixth virtual class of social studies. Today we will start chapter 4. As you know, we are just learning or reading or getting information about the Muslim world, the Muslim words, where the countries, states, and the Muslim words is divided by a different surface of the land, where the Muslim countries are situated, and what kind of land they have, and how the land is categorized, how it's mean, how the land is agricultural land or mountainous, deserts, bushy, what type of land is it, or the Muslim countries have. Now in the fourth chapter is about minerals and natural resources of the Muslim world. As you know, I think you all know, in my previous lectures, first I read and then I will explain to you all what we read. Okay, in the same way, now I will read the passage and define, explain it clearly, and I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best and to give you a better input so that I can get a better, a wonderful and informative output from your side. So students, are you ready? Are you prepared? Did you open your book? I hope you all are ready, energetic, active, and you must participate in your virtual classes actively. You have to show your full interest, so then you will be able to understand my lectures properly. So now we are going to start reading. So page number 17, chapter 4. Understand minerals and natural resources of the Muslim world. So, while so much of the Muslim world is not very fertile for agriculture because of the lack of water or poor soil, it is by far the most important region of the world for producing oil and natural gas. These are extremely valuable for export, as the whole world is desperate for petroleum, and also for helping to develop industries in the Muslim world. This area produces a third of the world's output of oil and 15% of the natural gas. More of these energies resources are being discovered all the time, especially gas in Pakistan. Iraq has huge reserves of oil. Third, in order after Saudi Arabia. Iran is second. But today, for political reason, Iraq is banned from exporting more than a small amount. If Iraq were allowed to export all that it was able to, the Islamic world would produce more than half the total world's supply. So first, what we read about? First, we read about the geography. Then, how the land is divided. First point when first chapter was geography of the world. Second chapter was about the land of the Muslim world. Third, main agriculture product. Third chapter was main agriculture product of the Muslim world. Fourth chapter is about the minerals and natural resources of the Muslim world. So first, in our first part, social is about the Muslim world. Okay, in first chapter what we read? Geography. Second chapter was the how the land is divided, like this chapter was. And third chapter was about we get the information and knowledge about the agriculture, agricultural products. And now minerals and natural resources of the Muslim world. What are the minerals? Minerals are the natural resources. Minerals are called natural resources which we get from the nature. For example, oil. We can't make or plant oil. We just get oil from the from under of the land, from under the land. So it's a natural resource. For example, some kind of a stone and these gases, all these are natural resources. Even gold, diamond, we don't make them, we just get from the nature. So coal is a natural resource. So these are natural resources. That is mean, what are the minerals? Minerals that we get from the nature are natural resources, that is called minerals. Understand? Now Muslim word, as in this lesson, tells us, this first paragraph tells us about that the most of the Muslim world is not fertile. Okay, fertile for the agriculture. We can't grow most of the word of the Muslim land. Most of the Muslim land, we can't grow in the land. Okay, we can't plant. Okay, but why? Because it has like natural gas and oil. It produces natural gas and oil. That's why if you get from that part of the land gases or oil, so you can't plant there, because that land isn't good for planting, for growing something, to grow something. So you can't grow, you can't, that is not fertile, you can't plow that. Okay, so you just get that. So the most of the land of the Muslim world is not good for a growing product, grain. Okay, growing product. So most of the Muslim world, what we get? Oil and natural gases. Oil and natural gases are very important, okay, in all over the world. Why these natural gases are, oil is important? Because of this we all in the world, they run the industries, plant, factories. If there is no oil or gases, you can't run that. Okay, so most as Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Bahrain are good for oil. Okay, understand students? In this area, the oil these area is famous for oil producing. Understand? So most of these energy sources are being discovered. And next second is what? Gas. And gas is, especially gas is, Pakistan is big producer of gas. So in this picture you can see there is a plant, this one, and this is a big, heavy, complicated machine, and it's from this machine we can get gas. Okay, as here is written, the complicated machine is a gas well, gas hundreds of meters below the surface is brought up with the help of this machine. Understand? So as Saudi Arabia, I told you Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Kuwait, and Dubai. These are famous for the oil producer. And in Muslim world, Saudi Arabia is the big, uh, pro, um, uh, big source of oil producing. Understand? So after Saudi Arabia, the Iran is the has the huge reserves of oil, but because of the bad condition of political scenario, so there the political scenario isn't good. The For the political reasons, the Iraq is banned. Iraq can't export its oil. So it so that's why Iraq has to keep its oil or use all the oil resources in its own country. So they why? Because they can't export, because there are some political reasons, okay, are banned, so it can't export. So in the Islamic world, Iraq is the second Iraq Islamic world would produce more than half. So Islamic world is the second producer of the oil supply. Understand? So if next is, here you can see gas compressor station, Balochistan. Balochistan, as I told you that gas, Pakistan is a big producer of the gas. So other states such as Bahrain, Qatar, Abu Dhabi in the UAE, United States of Emirates, produce large amount of oil. Abu Dhabi has 9% of the world's oil reserves and 5% of natural gas. In 2007, Pakistan produced about 22.6 million barrels of crude oil. This may seem a large amount, but remember that Saudi Arabia pumps out this amount every 2 days. Pakistan does, however, have some very valuable natural gas fields. As 22.6 million barrel crude oil Pakistan produced, but in 2 days Saudi Arabia just produced the same in 2 days, but in the annually Pakistan produced the same. So although not a very good um, ratio, Pakistan is a good producer of oil, but it's just produce some. But Pakistan in gas, Pakistan valuable gas in Pakistan produced that. Okay, the pie chart, below chart, the world's top 15 producer of oil. Islamic country producing oil and gas are as who is the oil producer are these. These countries are the oil producers. Top oil producers country of the world, or the Muslim world, you can say. Saudi Arabia, Iran, UAE. Iran is the second largest oil producer of the Muslim world and third in the whole world. But due to some reasons, are because Iran is banned to export its oil, so he can't export. So third UAE, fourth Iraq, Nigeria, Kuwait, Indonesia, Libya, Oman, Bahrain. And gas producer, who is the gas producers? Indonesia, Algeria, Uzbekistan, Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Pakistan. So while the USA is the second largest producer of oil, it consumes twice as much as it produces, so that it has to import huge amounts. United States of America is the second largest producer of oil, so it consumes more than it produces, twice it's produced, because there are maybe plants, factories are a lot, so they produce more than its product. They consume more than it's produce. Okay, from the Muslim world, so import huge amount. From the Muslim world, only Iran comes in the top 15. Iran in the Muslim world, Iran is the comes in the top 15 consumer of oil, and even then it produces 3 times as much as it uses. 3% it produces as it uses. Most of the oil used by Iran is for industry and for turning seawater into fresh water, because and what the use of oil gas in Iran use a lot of gas in its industries for turning the seawater, because seawater is salty, you can't drink directly, understand. So Iran turned the seawater into fresh water for drinking water. Quite apart from its most important use of fuel, oil is raw material for many countries' product in the course of refining. In the course of refining the thick black sludge that comes from the ground into petrol. Many chemicals are taken out from it and made into things as different as cosmetics, clothing, fertilizers, paints, and medicine. Understand, you guys? So, what in the last paragraph you can see, quite apart from its most important use, fuel oil is raw material for many other products. Why? But we used oil we use to make the raw material of the many things. And for example, the things are made here. See, we use this oil for raw material of many things. Even we can make many things of this oil because we use the oil in the factory, in the plants. Understand? These are the different kinds where we use oil and plants. Oil in the plants factories are. Next is about coal. You know coal. Coal, the only important producer of coal is Muslim world, is Kazakhstan, whose mines have been the 10th highest of the total world output. High quality coal deposits have also been discovered in the area of Pakistan. Coal, however, is declining the importance as a fuel, and the Muslim world more than makes up for its lack of coal by its massive output of oil and gas. So, second mineral is oil. Oil, the big producer of the Muslim world is Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan is the 10th highest of the total world output. Means Kazakhstan produce more minerals, more mines in and its number is 10th in the total world output. High quality coal deposits have been discovered in the high quality, means very good coal discovered in the area of Pakistan named Thar. You know Thar. So coal, however, is declining because in the factories, in the plants, when we make something, we use oil or gases in our factories. So when we discovered the coal, so it declined the importance of fuel and gas. So because we use the coal in our factories, understand, that's why it declines. It give less importance to the oil and gas fields of the factory. Understand, students? Next point is minerals and other product of the Muslim world. Oil and natural gas are without doubt by far the most important product of the Muslim world. Understand? They are saying the oil and natural gas are very important minerals in the Muslim world, although it has other very important product in the world economy too. And so it's increased the economy. You can see some of these, the chart below. The number in the right hand column show its position in the leading 10 of the world procedure. In your book you can see, even here is the picture. See, here is a chart. You can see the country name, products, and the word ranking. Word ranking is, for example, Bangladesh. For example, here is Algeria. Algeria products natural gas, and in the word ranking means fifth number. Nigeria produce natural gas all over the world, and its number is fifth. Understand? As Bangladesh, you can see Bangladesh produces main product is rice, and it's fourth number in the world. Indonesia have many more things. They produce many things, Indonesia, and they have the different number in different product. Iran's oil, and its number is fourth or third in the, okay, but here is fourth number. Understand? So natural gas, sixth number. Kazakhstan, these products, minerals are the zinc, coal, silver, and their numbers are these 7th, 10th, and 10th. Malaysia, rubber, cocoa, and tin. Third number, rubber and cocoa, eighth number, and tin, seventh number. Morocco, lead. Lead is a kind of mineral that we use in the different products to make the different product to give the shine. For example, if see the cycle and in the car there is a shiny stuff like bumper, in the bumper and the cycle you can see that is lead that give a shine. Okay, Nigeria, cocoa. Nigeria is cocoa, fifth number. Pakistan, cotton, fourth number. Wheat, eighth number. In the world's ranking number is 8th. Saudi Arabia, oil, and its number is first in all the world. Achha, natural gas is 9th. Syria, cotton, 10th number. World's ranking was 10th. Turkey, tea. World ranking number is 5th. Wheat, then Turkey produce another crop like wheat, that's number is 9. Uzbekistan, cotton, number is 5th. So understand? So next is, as you have seen, the countries of the Muslim world are among the leading 10 producers in the world of all these goods. Understand? 10, leading 10 numbers. They have the leading 10 different crops. In the different crops and the different minerals, they have their leading 10 ranking. The number of ranking is first 10. They produce many other industrial mineral and agricultural product, but the most important minerals are discussed overly as we discuss about. So next is copper. Copper is used largely in the electrical industry, as it is one of the best conductor. Conductor means the conductor that absorb the electricity, we give current. It is made into cables, wires, many other component connected with the generation of power and electrical equipment. It is also very useful for making cooking pots, as it heats up very quickly. Many countries use a mixture of copper and other metal for their coins. It was one of the first metal ever to be discovered by early people, who mixed it with tin to make a much harder metal like bronze. Bronze objects were discovered at Mohenjo-daro, dating from about 2500 BCE, mean before Christ era. Before Christ era, mean before Christianity. Indonesia is the world's third largest producer. Understand? Copper is like color is like this golden color copper, and it's normally copper we use in the electricity. Did you ever see when you in the wires are, because it's a good conductor, it's absorbed the electricity. Understand? So when you see the wire, we just break the wire, there is a copper wire in the end, that is covered by the plastic. You can just have an experiment when you have take a piece of wire and you just break it and see there is a copper. So that is very good and strong type of mineral. So in with the copper, many of the people they make before this era, before 100 years before, you can say. So they made different kind of pots to cook something because it absorb the heat very quickly. So you can even, we just discovered these kind of pots in the Mohenjo-daro. Mohenjo-daro is in Pakistan. So next is lead. Lead, as I told you, lead is a shiny metal. Lead is used for making motor car batteries. It is also used in X-ray equipment as it protect doctors and nurses working the machines from the rays, which are very dangerous in large amount. Lead is also used in building and for making bullets. The Muslim world produces about 6% of the world's supply of lead. Okay, where we use as here in the X-ray and making different kind of buildings and bullets, so we use lead. Zinc is the metal which is used to plate very thickly, uh, thinly sheets for corrugated iron or steel, which are often used as a cheap form of roofing. Zinc will not rust and thus prevent the iron underneath it from doing so. Zinc is also used in making torch batteries and is an ingredient in many machines too. Kazakhstan ranked ninth in the world for the zinc production. Yes, you can see. Uh, Here you can see roof, and this is iron sheets used in making roof tons. So its zinc is used in different kind of batteries and making roofs. Understand? So students, today's lecture is done. I hope you enjoyed it and you get it in a better way. Till next lecture, I'm going to take finishing to conclude my lecture. I'm going to conclude it. So till the next lecture, uh, Allah Hafiz, we will meet inshallah in our next lecture. So till then,